So one of the most controversial topics being used in the gaming industry is why gaming prices are being so high. We're used to games usually being under $60. Now they are getting way higher. If you want to buy the actual full game with the DLC and the bonuses and stuff. So usually some games even get to $100 and stuff like that. So I'm a game dev. I've been working in this industry for a long time. The actual problem is not that they are not making money, or they just want to make more money. It's not that actually. It's a part of it, but it's not the full truth. The actual stupid thing that AAA companies like Ubisoft, for example, are doing are relying on very old pipelines to make video games in, which came from the early 2000s or from the 90s. So these pipelines of making video games are very old. They don't want to update it for some reason. They are still sticking with a very old pipeline, which cost the companies millions of dollars. So it costs a lot of money, so they think their sales are not being up to production cost, so they try to make prices higher and blame it on inflation and stuff like that. Yes, it's a part of it, but it's not the full story. So I've have a full documentation on how to cut the production cost. I even use it for my video game. I did it for my game as a platformer. I was able to cover the full production cost, yet it's one of my first video games that are self-released. And I was able to cover the production cost in just 1 year and make the video game even free, and it made me able to even cover the production of 2 upcoming games. So it's a very effective way to actually lower the production cost, not for just indie studios, but efficiently for AAA studios that are stuck with their very old pipeline. So I'm gonna give some advice. Please try to make it reach for these companies. We are sick of getting $100 video games. We want to play video games that even less than $60 because they can do it, they can increase their sales, they can make money, and we can play video games that are way cheaper. One of the best advices I would say is kill features early. One of the things that they do that I actually hate, and there is no logic about it, they make a feature that they think will work because they have a bad pre-production plan. Again, you want to watch the video that I published about the pre-production plans. So they have a very bad pre-production plan. They are not deciding, they did not make a very good vertical slice, so they are not deciding what actual feature is going to be in the game. So they think of a feature to add to the game mid-production. So they start prototyping with full animations and full VFX art done for this prototyping, which is not using placeholders like just a square or something like that. They do full animation and artwork for it. Then they QA test it, play test it, and oh, it's not a fun feature, let's remove it. So they are, and this do not happen this in a production plan or early in development. This happens in the end or mid of development for some companies like Ubisoft. It's absurd. It costs millions of dollars for AAA games. It's not something that they are benefiting from, or actually anyone. They are just wasting time and budget for no fucking reason. So this is a thing that they need to understand, is to actually have a very solid pre-production plan. So on pre-production plan, the last step is making something that is called vertical slice, which indie devs do to pitch for publishers, for example. A vertical slice is something, it's a part of the game that covers the full features of the video game to show all the features that are gonna be, but not in a scale, like not making all the content, just the main features. So we don't need to actually add very core features to the game when in mid-development. So they completely don't do that because of the thing that we are going to talk in the next point, which they should fake the scale, not make the scale. Have you seen a pattern in modern video games? Is every fucking video game now is an open world video game. They make a trailer. By the way, the trailers that they release, it's not actually from the game. Usually it's just pre-rendered stuff from different scenes that they just put around to make people excited. Like, see, our video game have a lot of worlds and a lot of things to explore without actually knowing if they can cover the full scale of this video game. So that's why they have a very late production, or just don't make the video game, or when it comes it sucks because it's just an empty fucking world. So the reason of this, because they forgot the how to fake the scale of the world, rather than actually make a very big world that is useless, that is empty, just like Assassin's Creed new games. It's fucking empty. It's just towers. I'm really sick of this. There's a lot of empty places. You can fake the scale rather than making it. You can make a lot of mountains, but not every game should be an open world game and the game player should go to that mountain. Sometimes you just need to make a linear game, or the thing that suits your narrative design, again according to your production plan, in a very good way, so you can have a nice scale for your game and not just make a cool trailer. We all can do a cool trailer. It's not about marketing. You are a company that makes video games, not a marketing company. So your first priority is to make a fun game, not just a marketable game. And this is something that it's a very easy advice that even they give in their courses. I don't even understand why they are doing so. They should do outsourcing, even if aggressive outsourcing you want to do, but make it selective, like QA, animation, some art. You can do outsourcing for Eastern Europe or like Southeast Asia. And this is because it's less cheaper. It's less cheaper to outsource to these places and actually have some cheaper art or cheaper animation or QA testing. These are stuff that you need in bulk, so it's not gonna affect actually the market. You're gonna in the end also hire people from your region. You're not gonna hire only foreigners. It's just that per project you would need animation. That's why most people in the video game industry work for very late hours. It's because they are refusing like doing some outsourcing from other places, because they make the animator work for like 14 or 18 hours a day, which is absurd. So you need to make some outsourcing. It's gonna be cheap, the quality gonna be better, and actually you can make your employees rest, and not when you are mid-production and things are getting very heated and now you need a fucking 16 animators because the 2 animators in your company cannot cover all the animation in your 3D open world game, of course. So you now hire 16 in bulk and just kick them off your company after the project is done, which is stupid, doing such a layoff. So in the first place, in your pipeline, you should have outsourcing for places that are cheaper. You should not outsource narrative design, obviously, or your fucking story. Or your custom game engine. I don't understand why I'm saying such a obvious tips, but I know that they gonna make such a stupid mistake, so I need to do that. Pre-rendered cutscene. You should cut some pre-rendered cutscene. I know they look cool. I know you want to make a lot of them because you suck at narrative design and can't actually make the story is being told from the environment because you just stole some fucking assets or hired someone that makes the same assets in every fucking video game. But instead of storytelling with pre-rendered cutscenes that are like half an hour, the player launch your game so he hates his fucking life because he bought the game with $60, you should make narrative design, actual narrative design for a game. If you ever heard of this thing, it's actually turning the story by the world design, just like Elden Ring, for example. Dialogues, you don't need to make pre-rendered cutscene for each 10 minutes in the video game. So these are the things that this costs a lot. Pre-rendered cutscenes need motion capture, acting. You need a full fucking set that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars in just one day of recording. So it's a very cost thing. One of the most other things is making your tech reuse, just like Capcom does with their re-engine, which makes them able to make different video games, just like Resident Evil and Devil May Cry in the same engine, the re-engine that they use or they made to use, is making your tools and engine actually for multiple video games that you are going to build. Not make a fucking tool are the same fucking dialogue system, the same fucking combat system for each video game. You should reuse your tools. And I know this sounds very basic, and of course the AAA companies does it. The fact is, no, they miss it a lot of times, especially with their engine. And I know most of the companies would say to me, but I need a custom game engine for my custom features. I actually make a very unique stuff. No, you don't. You made a game worse than Expedition 33, which was made in Unreal Engine, and the game is very good. So no, you're not making some engines or tools better than that they were already made by some companies like the engine Unity and Unreal Engine. You will have better time using fucking Godot for your AAA 3D game than your current shitty tools from the early 2000s, or the tools that have not been updated for forever. So please, reuse your engine and tools, make it actually something to cut production cost. Like, I know you make the fucking same dialogue system for each video game. You can actually just copy paste it and just tweak some things around. Don't do that. It's a very depressing thing to see doing the same tools. It costs millions of dollars. Hire fewer seniors. This is getting absurdly stupid. You don't need fucking 1,000 senior and 2 juniors and they just go like this, and I don't think you're making this right. Hire more juniors and don't make the fucking requirement years in game development and you having $1 million to pay us actually so you can work here. You should not do that in your fucking job requirements. Just do a normal juniors job requirement. Taking and developing game takes a lot of years. If you have a proper documentation for your tools and engines, if you did it, I know most of you of the AAA companies don't document stuff for interns to actually understand the fucking 11,000 lines code. So you need to comment your code and actually make documentation. So making this stuff could cut the production costs in a very, very big way, and actually it will help the industry grow. You cannot hire just seniors. You need to hire juniors and buy some tools. There is no fucking shame to go and buy a fucking tool. You don't need to make a ripoff of Audio Inspector. You can just download it. Kill Perforce cost. Oh, what the fuck is Perforce? It's a version control thing that they use for their video game. It's something that cannot be used for terabytes because you want your fucking 16K texture to be in the video game. That's why it cannot run even on NASA computers. So if you want to store your fucking 16K textures and you don't want to actually make optimization for your video game and files, you want to throw everything in each project you are doing so it goes to terabytes, not actually even in gigabytes. Your project, not the game that the players download, not the build game. So you having terabytes and using Perforce, which is known for its high cost, is absurd. Either do file optimization, actually make textures different from in the build project in texture size, make some optimization for the file structure and hire people that are knowledgeable about this, or don't use fucking Perforce. It costs a lot. Use remote and hybrid teams. Please, there is no fucking shame in doing that. Multiple games are being produced in remote and hybrid. You do not need to see your fucking worker on your site so he can work. Many people are working remotely, especially after the coronavirus incidents. So there is a lot of people working in remote or hybrid. Don't put everything on site. You are losing a lot of talents and people because many people are actually more comfortable working in home. So if you give them a fucking nice work environment, they'll work better and give you actually better results. So you want to reactivate your remote hiring status. Actually, do public playtesting. What the fuck is a public playtesting? When you finish your vertical slice, I know you don't, but when you finish your vertical slice and it's actually playable. It should be playable because usually indies pitch it to publishers, but AAA studios ignore that and make it just a bunch of scenes that they do for their trailer or tech demo. So you make an actual vertical slice, publish it publicly, see feedback, and take constructive criticism from people. Actually, it's something very nice, so people can say what, because pre-production does not cost as much as production and post-production. So doing a lot of pre-production and seeing what actually was very interesting for the people, or medium interesting, so you can just make a video game that do not make a very high sales or a very low sales, just go in the middle, which is this region is very nice. Why I don't know why many people ignoring the middle region in game development. So you make something, see what people are actually interested in a vertical slice, and then just go and make a full game out of it. It's simple, easy, and very nice to do. People will like it more. You can have prior feedback, and people will. This is something that really separates AAA companies from indie titles. That indie titles are not known until they success. These companies are known and trusted from millions of players, so you actually have players that are gonna play anything you fucking publish, even vertical slices, especially if you make it clear that, oh guys, this is vertical slices, this is our website to playtest ideas and see your feedback. It will generate content for YouTube, people gonna want to test it, maybe scroll down ideas and stuff like that. Many people that love the company gonna playtest, so you're gonna get a lot of feedback, not just like indie studios, for example, which they suffer a lot from playtesting. So these are some very bullet point stuff that I usually talk about. They do not hear it. I really wish people hearing these infos more, because these are the things that costing production cost to actually goes a lot, like $100 of millions. Not it's not about just inflation. Their pipelines are very old, which makes them see the charts going down. So they think that, because of inflation, our sales are going very low and we are actually not generating a lot of money. It's not because of that. Their production cost is very high, and it gets also their inflation have a reason, but it goes with inflation. So they are not, it's false statistics in general. So they need to fix their pipelines, push this thing. If you enjoyed the video, I'm talking about a lot of things similar to this in the gaming industry or the game dev industry. If you like it, just subscribe and hit that bell button. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.